The idea of creating a boat prototype was not feasible in the end due to the lack of an electric motor in order to provide horizontal displacement, and the post-auction sketch, which included an elastic band in order to propel it forwards, wasn't a safe bet in order to move in a straight line.
The zip wire concept uses a zip wire with adaptations which use the materials available in the lots to reduce the minimum required gradient of the slope. Due to the concept's simple design and unreliability, it was not selected for the final design despite its ability to displace the Lego figurine further than the other concepts.
The initial concept of the car with slingshot was able to go ahead with the materials that we had, and we were able to create a prototype for it. However, we did not select it as the final design due to the fact that the displacement was not as great as that of the ball with slingshot idea, and the slingshot that we created was not compatible with the car, causing it to maybe break.
The catapult design was not practical to take forward due to material constraints from the boxes we obtained. To even create a prototype would have required more materials than we owned.
The concept works by transferring, via a pivoted arm, gravitational potential energy stored in a counterweight into kinetic energy of a projectile which is released from the trebuchet. This design was not used due to the large amount of material it would require.
This design was discontinued because of the uncertainty and sheer complexity of how it was going to be built. We was uncertain whether the coil idea would work, releasing the energy in a particular way to move the car forwards.
The design of an electric car simply wasn't possible as we didn't have an electric motor to propel it forward. However, the post-auction sketch required an elastic band in order to propel it, and this was used as a second prototype, in the end mixed with the idea of the slingshot.
With the materials obtained, we were able to create a parachute prototype, but we realised we were not able to use this as we had to measure horizontal displacement, not vertical displacement.
The slingshot relies on potential energy stored in an elastic material. The original concept sketches are shaped like a double-decker pizza slice, as it would increase the rigidity with less material. However, the boxes gave us an ideal part with the welded steel bars and a metal plate.
An evaluation matrix was designed to score the concepts based on 5 categories relevant to the brief set. The results have been displayed in a stacked bar chart showing how well each concept scored. As the evaluation matrix doesn't factor in any improvements, a vote was used to determine the final design.
Loading and firing the projectile involved pulling back the pouch with the elastic bands onto the pin, and pulling back the pouch up off of the pin to fire. This process can be seen in the animation. Also note that the minifigure is located inside of the projectile.